We'll do questions. Raise your hand again. We'll bring you a mic. And yep.
Thank you. We've had just a spectacular few days here in Shreveport. The hospitality of the bowl has been first class, second to none. What about this weather? You know, I mean, the sunshine and the warm temperatures. I'm not sure who was responsible for that, but that's been certainly a blessing. We're about to head on the field here in about an hour for our final practice of preparation for what we think will be a terrific football contest between a Louisiana Tech team that is loaded with fourth and fifth year players, that has an understanding and expectation of winning, and we obviously know that they'll be backed by a very strong and vocal fan support, with the game being so close to the campus on Ruston. So just looking forward to a great game, and happy to go into battle one more time with KJ and Shaq and get these guys on a podium at the end of Thursday. So with that, open up for questions.
Coach, I don't want to start with the hard question right off the bat, but who's your starting quarterback going to be Thursday?
We're still going to look at one more practice. You know, we got one more day here to get on the grass and see what who gives us the best chance to win.
Is there, no matter who starts, is there a plan to play more than one guy?
That same thing. We'll look at all that will be earned by the performance today, and we'll put our plan to give us the best chance to win on Thursday.
Coach, you've lost a couple of very close games, as you well know. What does this mean to you to come here? Is this going to be kind of like redemption to go 7-6?
Well, what we've talked about this game being is a bridge into the 2020 season. Again, we've got some outstanding senior leadership, but we do bring a ton of guys back on the team next year, and so trying to set the expectation of how to prepare for a bowl game, how to win a bowl game. How to win a trophy, because again, that's a learned behavior. Louisiana Tech, I was a part of that in 2014 when Skip won the first bowl of the little run that they're on right now, and we went through the exact same thing in that December, to get that first victory, and it's got to start somewhere. So that's really what this week is all about.
Shaq, obviously as the school's all-time starts record holder, you're a guy who's done so much at Miami. What does it mean for you to play one more time with your brothers and wear that Miami uniform?
I think it means everything to me. I think for me, it's all about going out the right way. I've prided myself on doing everything the right way since I've gotten to Miami, and just being able to, finish this chapter of my career here as a Miami Hurricane is just very important to me. So I really look forward to playing in this game with my guys for the last time.
KJ, whenever you get out there on the field, what does it mean to you whenever you're going against a team that also puts space between kicks and things of this nature, and you're going to be out there catching the passes? Where is your mind, and what does this mean to you, this game?
It means everything. Like Shaq was saying, I am at a different place, but this is my last college game. So going out the right way, with that U on my helmet. It's a tremendous amount of pride. I want to go out there, have fun with my brothers. So it means everything. And again, we're playing for a ring. At the end of the day, we want to be on the podium, like Coach Diaz said. So that's the goal, to go out the right way.
Both these programs playing for a lot in this game this year. How does that kind of elevate things from the coaching standpoint, from the players' standpoint, when you get out there on the field?
I'm sorry.
Just both these teams playing for a lot in this last game
Right.
of the season. How does that kind of elevate maybe the competitive nature when you guys get out there?
It's going to be a highly competitive game because, again, you got a team in Louisiana Tech that's gunning for their 10th win, which will be very special for them. Gunning for a 6th straight bowl win, special for them. And you've got a program with us that's very hungry to get a bowl win, and very hungry to put the best version of ourselves out there. And I think that game is out there for us. I think we've got one more really good performance, and that's what we're looking for on Thursday.
Coach, you mentioned a little bit already, but you were there when the magic potion for Louisiana Tech and bowl success started. What have you been able to, throughout your coaching career, maybe it was with Louisiana Tech during your short amount of time, or since then, before then, what have you honed in on some of the keys that have to happen to be able to be sharp a month after you've played your last game?
I've been very fortunate in my career with bowl games. I've won a lot more. I've been on teams that have won a lot more than we've lost, and there's definitely things that factor in. Number one is conditioning, because neither team's played in a month, and I know with David Feely, these guys know that they'll be in great shape. But I know they've got a great conditioning program at Louisiana Tech as well. Second is tackling. You stop tackling for a month, so that's something that has to be drilled every day, and not just tackling, but being tackled, because that leads into the next thing, which is turnovers. Everyone knows every game comes down to turnovers, but again, when you have not been touched, you've not been tackled, ball security can be much more of an issue. And then finally is special teams. The timing, sometimes, you get in the rhythm of the season, you pick up that timing, whether it's protecting kicks, covering kicks, and when you don't play for a month, those could be things that, in a game, we know that those are important in every game. It seems like in bowls, they factor in even more.
Coach, have you talked to the kids at all about this kind of being a pseudo road game with Louisiana Tech being right up the road?
There's no doubt. We've had to practice with crowd noise. We expect, I know obviously firsthand, Louisiana Tech's got a great fan base, and they'll bring it on Thursday, and it'll be rowdy in there. And so we have to understand that. And bowl games also are so much about momentum. You know what I mean? So there'll be plays where they'll get momentum, and we've got to fight our way back to get momentum back.
Being a Miami guy, how important is it to you? I mean, it's sort of obvious, but try and put it to words. How important is it to you to bring this program back to when you grew up, what you watched and what you were a fan of?
Well, it's a deep-rooted passion of mine, to be sure. But it's something that's got to be built the right way. You can't skip a step. We've had to endure some things this year that we've had to endure. But that's why I think Thursday is so important for us, to put this year, end on a good note, and really get us into our off-season program, sort of with the bit between the teeth to come out and have a special 2020.
Just follow up on that real quick. What's your first memory of the Miami Hurricanes?
I remember going to games in the very early 80s, and certainly, the 83 season, which was their first national championship. I guess I was around 9 years old. That's where the first time I was really kind of able to follow week in and week out.
As Coach Holtz, the special teams is probably one of those areas that you're familiar with. I think you've lost a couple of games by 3 points and things of that nature. What have you learned, and how does your special teams now react?
Well, we had some inconsistency in the beginning of the year, obviously with place kicking, and Camden Price has come in. He's done a very nice job in the second half of the season, which has sort of solidified that. And then, in terms of the other facets of special teams, I think, Jonathan Packey's done a fantastic job. I know our punt return team transformed when this guy went back there and started returning kicks for us. So there's going to be some opportunities for some plays to be made out there in the kicking game. And again, as I mentioned, that's a key to victory in winning any game, but certainly a bowl.
All right, thanks, guys.
Fantastic.